Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to generate and send GST invoice on successful Instamojo payment. So here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new successful payment through Instamojo, that automatically I'm going to capture that payment detail, and if in that payment detail I'm going to get the GST detail of my customer, then automatically by using all those details, I'm going to first generate a GST invoice by using reference. And after generating that invoice, I'm going to send that invoice via email to my customer. So for my objective, I have to build a connection between Instamojo, reference and Gmail. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I need to use the concept of trigger and actions. In trigger application, I'm going to use Instamojo. In action application, I'm going to use reference and Gmail. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today I have an exciting tutorial for all the business owners and freelancers out there. If you are using Instamojo for payments and want to automatically send GST invoices, then you are at the right place. Imagine this: every time a customer makes a payment through Instamojo, and if that customer fills their GST details, then automatically a GST invoice will be generated and sent to them via email. Now we are going to generate this GST invoice by using reference, and this not only saves you time but also ensures that your invoicing is always accurate and up to date. In this video, I will show you step by step how to set up this automation using Pabbly Connect. And you don't have to worry because you don't need any coding and programming skills to build this automation and this connection between Instamojo and reference. Now we're using Pabbly Connect, you need to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browser, and it will take you to the landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here we have two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you just have to click on this sign up for free button, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I need to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here in the dashboard, we need to create a new workflow. For that, I'm going to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to generate and send GST invoice on successful Instamojo payment. And now I need to click on Create, and this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on, and trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we need to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Instamojo. So I'm going to select Instamojo V1 here. And now I need to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new sale will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I need to connect Instamojo with Pabbly Connect. And for that, I'm going to use this webhook URL. And this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting Instamojo in my workflow, I need to follow all these instructions. And first I need to copy this webhook URL. And now I need to take you to my Instamojo account. And here I will go to Smart Pages. So here I'm going to use this page of PHP4 programming. So I'm going to open this. And I'm going to edit this page. So I have to click here on this 3-dot button. And I'm going to click on Edit Page. Now I'm going to use this particular page for PHP4 programming. And I'm going to get payment for this particular product from Instamojo. Now I need to connect this page with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to scroll down. And before this page URL setting, we have this option of add webhook. So what we need to do is we need to first enable this option. And here I need to give my webhook URL. So I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I'm going to click on Save and Update. I'm going to click again. And I've successfully added my webhook URL here in this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this page, and I'm going to make payment for this particular product that is for PHP4 programming. So I'm going to click on Enroll Now, and I'm going to fill my customer detail here. So my first name will be Demo, my last name will be User, my email will be damouser@pabblytudes.com, and I'm going to give a random phone number. Now I'm going to click on add delivery info, and here I have to fill all these details. So first I have to give my address. So my address will be Old Street. I'm going to give my city, that will be Bhopal. I'm going to give a random pin code, and I'm going to select my state. So I'm going to open this tab, and here Madhya Pradesh will be my state. Now here I have this optional detail of GST number. So if my customer fill this detail, then automatically by using all those details, I need to create a GST invoice for my customer. So I want to generate GST invoice for my customer. So I'm going to fill this detail. So here I'm going to give my GST number first. And here this is going to be my GST number. Now I have to give a company name. So my company name will be Bliss Academy. And now I'm going to click on proceed to pay. And here I'm going to make this payment. So I'm going to select this option of UPI. And I'm going to make this payment for my product. And here I have successfully created this payment. So I have made my payment by using Instamojo, and I made this payment for this product of PHP for programming. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. So in this response, I have all these details like my payment status, that is success. I have my payment currency, that is INR, which is for Indian rupees. I have my payment ID. I have my payment amount, that is 9 rupees. Also I have my quantity, that is 1. And here I have the detail of my customer. So my customer name is damouser. I have the email address, that is damouser@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number. I have the address, that is Old Street, Bhopal. Country is India, and I have the random pin code. Also I have the GST number of my customer. I have the company name, that is Bliss Academy, and I have the state, that is for Madhya Pradesh. So here I have received this detail for my product from Instamojo. And as I have created a successful payment, I have received this detail in Pabbly Connect. Now what I need to do is I need to use all these details of my order and the payment, and I need to use these details to create a GST invoice for my customer. So for that I need to set up my actions tab. And here what I need to do is I need to first set up a condition that if I'm getting the customer GST number, then only I'm going to create GST invoice for my customer. So for setting up my condition, I'm going to use filter by Pabbly here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and filter values will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect filter by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. And now I need to set up my filter. So for setting up my filter, I need to give my condition. So here for my condition, I need to first select my label. So for selecting my label, I need to open this tab. I'm going to open the response of Instamojo. And in this response, I have this custom field GST in label. So I'm going to select this as my label. And now I need to select my filter type. So I'm going to open this tab, and is not empty will be my filter type. So I'm going to select this. And now here my condition is going to be that whenever I'm going to receive a new response from Instamojo payment, then if in that response, I'm going to receive this label of custom field GST number, and if that label has some GST number of my customer, then this condition will work and this condition will be true. So if this condition will be true, then this will mean that I'm getting my GST number of my customer from my Instamojo payment, and I can use that detail to create GST invoice for my customer. So I have set up my condition here. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save and send test request button. And here I have the status, that is success, and my condition is true. So this means that I'm getting my GST number of my customer, and my customer needs a GST invoice for their order. So what I need to do is I need to use all these details of my order and my payment to create a GST invoice. Now for generating my GST invoice, I'm going to set up one more actions tab. And here my action application is going to be reference. So I'm going to select reference here, and I need to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create invoice will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect reference with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. Now for connecting reference with Pabbly Connect, I need the app ID and the app secret. So how I can find these details? For that, I need to talk to my reference team, and this detail is going to be provided by the reference team. So I have already contacted to reference team, and I have received this detail, and I have filled these details to create an existing connection. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to click on save. And now first I need a URL key. So this URL key is also going to be provided by the reference team. So you need to talk to reference team for getting these details. So I'm going to fill my URL key here. So this is my URL key, and now I'm going to give my invoice title. So my invoice title will be new sale, I'm going to scroll down. Now here I have to fill all these details like invoice currency, bill to name, bill to street. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the details that I'm going to receive from my Instamojo payment, and I'm going to map all these details here by using mapping. So what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I need to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo, and here this is my payment currency, so I'm going to map this. Now I have to map the bill to name, so I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo, and I'm going to map the name of my customer. So the name of my customer is demo user, so I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to give the bill to street, so I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo, and here this is the street address, so I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map the pin code. Now I'm going to give the bill to country, and here I'm going to give my country code, that will be IN. So my country is India, and this is the country code, that is IN. Now I have to give the GST number, so I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo, and here this is the GST number of my customer, so I'm going to map this. Similarly, I have to give the bill to phone, so I'm going to give customer phone number. I'm going to give the email address, and now I have to fill bill by details. So in the bill by details, I'm going to give the detail of my company. So first I have to give bill by name. So here I'm going to give the name of my company. So my company name here will be ABC Technology, and I'm going to fill this tab of bill by country. Here my country will be India, so I'm going to give my country code, that will be IN. Similarly, I'm going to fill this detail of bill by GST in. So I'm going to give my company GST number here. So this is my company GST number. Also, I'm going to give my phone number and the email address. So I'm going to fill that detail here. So this is my phone number. I'm going to give my email address. So my email will be abctag@pabblytudes.com. And now I have to fill my product details here. So first I have to give my item name. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo. And here this is my product name, that is Master PHP with our course. So I'm going to map this. Now I have to give my item rate. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo, and here this is my amount, so I'm going to map this. Now I need to give the item quantity. So here my quantity will be 1, so I'm going to map that. And now I have to give my GST rate that is applicable on my product. So here I'm going to give my GST rate for my product. So here 5% is my GST rate, so I'm going to give 5 here. So this is going to be my GST rate. And here I have filled all the details, and I have mapped these details here. Now after mapping these details, I have made these details dynamic. Now what is going to happen is that as I'm going to receive a new order or a new payment from my Instamojo account, then automatically I'm going to receive new responses, and all these details that I have mapped here are going to get replaced with the new response that I'm going to receive from Instamojo in the real time. Now what I need to do is I need to scroll down, and I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have created a new GST invoice by using all the detail of my Instamojo payment. Now to check this, let me take you to reference. And here in reference, I will go to invoices. And here in invoices, we can see I have created this new invoice which is billed to demo user. So I'm going to open this. And here this is my invoice. So here this invoice was billed by ABC Technology. This is my GST number. And my email is abctag@pabblytudes.com, and I have this random phone number. Also, it was billed to demo user. Street address is Old Street. Country is India, and this is my random pin code. Also in this, I have my GST number. And here I have my product name, that is Master PHP with our course. And here I have my GST rate, that is 5%. Quantity is 1, rate is 9 rupees, and my GST amount is 0.45. So here my total amount is 9.45. So here we can see that I have added my GST amount in my invoice, and automatically by using my Instamojo payment details, I have created this new GST invoice for my customer. So I have created this invoice by using reference. So here my connection between Instamojo and reference is working successfully. And now whenever I'm going to receive a new payment from Instamojo, and if in that payment my customer is going to fill GST details, then automatically by using all those details, I'm going to create a GST invoice. Now as I have generated this invoice, I also want to send this invoice via email to my customer. So for this, let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And now for sending an email, I'm going to add my last action step. And here my action application is going to be Gmail. So I'm going to select Gmail here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and sign email will be my action event. Now I need to connect Gmail with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will connect with Gmail. Now I need to click on allow to give access to my account. So I'm going to click here. And my connection here is successful. Now for sending the email, I need to first give my recipient email addresses. So here I'm going to use the email address of my customer. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Instamojo. And here this is my customer email address. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to scroll down and I need to give an email subject. So my email subject will be GST invoice for your purchase. And now I'm going to scroll down and I need to give an email content. So here my email content will be, hello, thank you for shopping with us and I'm attaching your GST invoice for your recent purchase. Warm regards, Team ABC Technology. So here after the hello, I'm going to map the name of my customer. So I'm going to open the response of Instamojo. And here this is my customer name. So I'm going to map this. And this will be my email content. Now with this email, what I need to do is I need to send my GST invoice that I've generated by using reference. So I need to give my attachment of my invoice. So in the response of reference, I'm receiving this share PDF link for my invoice. So I'm going to use this PDF link as my attachment file and I'm going to share this via email with my customer. So again, I'm going to open this tab of Gmail and here I need to first give my file name. So here my file name is going to be gstinvoice.pdf and this .pdf is my file extension. Now I'm going to give my attachment. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response or reference. And here in this response, I have this share PDF link. So I'm going to map this and this is going to be my attachment file. Now I have mapped all the required details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Save and Send Attached to Git button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have sent this email automatically to my customer. Now to check this, let me open Gmail. And here on Gmail, I'm on this send section. And here we can see I have sent this email to demo user. So I'm going to open this. And here my email is, hello demo user, thank you for shopping with us and I'm attaching your GST invoice for your recent purchase. Warm regards, Team ABC Technology. And here this is my email subject, that is GST invoice for your purchase. And with this email, I have attached this file. So I'm going to open this. And here we can see that this attachment file is of my GST invoice that I have created by using reference. So here we can see that I have generated this invoice by using reference and automatically I have sent this GST invoice to my customer via email. So I'm going to close this and here I have sent this email automatically to my customer with their GST invoice. So here my connection between Instamojo, reference and Gmail is working successfully and now whenever I'm going to receive a new payment from Instamojo, then automatically by using all those details, I'm going to first generate a GST invoice by using reference. And after generating that GST invoice, I'm going to send that invoice via email to my customer. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have successfully created this connection between Instamojo, reference and Gmail to generate and send GST invoice on successful Instamojo payment. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger and my trigger application was Instamojo and my trigger event was new sale. Then I have set up my action steps and first I have used filter to set up my condition. And then I have used reference and I have used reference to create invoice and in the last I have used Gmail to send email to my customer. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow and I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there and thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com. And if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.